Hey guys, what's going on? So right now I'm in Rhode Island and I wanted to make a video that's a lot different from any other video I've ever made before, but I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And today I'm going to talk about my teenage t-shirt collection. And imagine like a lot of reverb on that and like the text teenage t-shirt collection busting through the screen in 3D. Imagine that. We don't have the budget for it, but you can imagine. And I still have a lot of t-shirts I had when I was a teenager. Some got misplaced, but here are some I wanted to show off. Right before my 14th birthday, I went to a Van Halen concert. I didn't really know much about Van Halen, but my friend asked me if I wanted to go, so I went, and I got really into them, probably like too into them for someone in the mid-90s should have been. Van Halen kind of wasn't that popular for like young teens. And anyways, this is the first Van Halen t-shirt I got. It says Van Halen right there, and on the back it says Atomic Punk, which is a Van Halen song. And I would wear this a lot when I was a freshman in high school. And also one of my friends, Mike, he gave me a bunch of Van Halen shirts, and he gave me this one right here, and I'm actually going to start to wear this again because this is really cool looking. It's kind of like a pink, I don't know if you consider that tie-dye. It says for unlawful cardinal knowledge, and now you can make that into an acronym. I won't tell you what that acronym is, but you can probably figure it out. And yeah, this is really cool. This is a size large, so it fits me now. Very nice. I think I'm gonna start wearing this one again. And this one I bought myself, Van Halen Fair Warning, which is one of the better Van Halen albums as far as I'm concerned. Unchained has to be like the best Van Halen song. So yeah, really cool shirt right there. And my friend Mike, he also gave me an OU812 Van Halen shirt, but I misplaced that one. I unfortunately misplaced a bunch of shirts that now have huge value. I had this Soundgarden one that was green and had a big tricycle wheel. And yeah, that one goes for a lot of money. I also had this really rare and valuable Alice in Chains one. At the time it wasn't rare, it was just a shirt I bought at the store for $10 or $15. And it was a teddy bear being hung by an extension cord. And I wore that one a lot. No longer have that one, I wish I did. I had this awful Pearl Jam one, which was a little kid with like a girl's and boy's head. And I was actually like embarrassed to wear it. It was so bad. But I think I got it at Spencer's Gifts for like $3 or something. I don't think that one's worth a lot, but yeah. And this next one, I'm going to assume this one is pretty valuable, even though it's not, like, it's kind of ugly. It just says Everclear and has a picture of a large drill on it. And the back has this design. We got this Metallica one here, drawn by the artist Pusshead. On the back it says, I'm inside, I'm you. This one was really cool. My friend Rob, he got me this one. That was very nice of him at the Warwick Mall. I think the store was called Land of Oz. Is that correct? If anyone knows, let me know. And to repay him, I showed him my world famous bacon routine, and he seemed to like that a lot. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate the shirt. It's funny, the stuff I remember from 25 years ago, but I forget details of a movie I watched like the night before. It's kind of strange how that works. This next shirt I wanted to show, I wasn't a teenager when this came out. I was probably like in 4th grade. I didn't even have this. My parents wouldn't have let me wear this. I'm Bart Simpson. Who the heck are you? Except for it doesn't say heck. It says the genuine word right there. So if you were a little kid wearing this to school, that made you pretty cool, I guess. Or maybe you just had bad parenting. But either way, yeah, awesome shirt. But I did have some Simpsons shirts. I wish I still had this one right here in the picture. You can see me there. I'm at Chuck E. Cheese, grabbing at my crotch, it appears, doing my best Michael Jackson impression. This other kid, he has the Dick Tracy shirt. My friend Jason is in there. He has a mullet, looking stylish. Very nice. And speaking of remembering things from a long time ago, I actually remember my first trip ever to a thrift store, and I bought this t-shirt right here, Perfection. Looks like this. I thought it was funny. And yes, Perfection looks like this. And I got a Nacho Bel Grande stain on it right there. That's what Perfection looks like. Very nice. I wore this all the time. I also bought this t-shirt right here on that very trip. the 4-H club. I only know about them because of the Simpsons made fun of the 4-H club. And on the back it says, "Wouldn't you rather be riding a mule on Malaki?" Also, Billabong was popular back then. I just wanted to show this one because it's a 1-stitch. That's a good indicator that a t-shirt is old if it only has 1 stitch on the sleeve. And this one right here is kind of funny. The brand Massimo, this is also a 1-stitch. You can also kind of tell if t-shirts are old if the sleeves are kind of like more squared off looking and not like rounded at the corner. And anyways, yes, Massimo was kind of at one point considered like a hip brand, slightly more so than they are now. Now they're kind of just like, I think like they used to sell Massimo at Payless Shoes. So they sold out for that money. Can you blame them? And here we got the Nirvana Incesticide shirt I'm wearing, and I bought this at my neighbor's yard sale for $2, which was a very good investment. Nirvana stuff has really gained in value and is very sought after. And yeah, cool t-shirt. It's not a reproduction, single stitch, you can see right there. I also had another Nirvana shirt. I don't have it anymore, but here's a picture of me wearing it in the yearbook. It was like Muddy Banks of the Wishka one. And I sold it right before the lockdown. And I wish I didn't because things really went up in value around that time. So I goofed up. I wish I still had that t-shirt right there. My junior year of high school, I really got into pop punk music. I had always like kind of liked pop punk. Like I liked the Offspring. I was a big Offspring fan, but I didn't even realize like what genre of music that was. I just liked that the songs were good and that the drums were fast. But like junior year, I kind of figured out like, oh, this is pop punk music. I actually had an Offspring tour t-shirt, and it just said the Offspring. It was white and had 2 skulls, and that one seems really hard to track down, and I wish I still had that one. But yeah, so when I started getting into pop punk, I really liked Blink-182, and you got the rabbit there, and cool shirt there. Yeah! And my favorite band, though, was the Vandals around that time. Especially senior year, the Vandals were definitely my favorite band. I also had a Vandals work shirt, like it looked like a gas station attendant shirt, and it said the Vandals, and it had a guy with a mohawk puking, and I really wish I had that one also. Obviously, I keep saying that. Yeah, I wish I had all the t-shirts I no longer have. Here's another thrift store find, Saddam Hussein, January 15th, 1991 on the tombstone. Even though nothing actually happened on that date, I thought that it was like a wrong prediction. I thought that made the t-shirt kind of funny. And my junior year going into senior year, I had this weird obsession with Speed Racer. In the summertime, I used to stay up late. It was shown on Adult Swim at like, maybe it was just Cartoon Network. Adult Swim might not have even existed yet. And they showed it at 4 a.m. So I'd either stay up really late or set my alarm to wake up at 4. And I just loved how Speed Racer was like dark and like because of the translation, like it was kind of like weird and creepy. And yeah, big time Speed Racer fan at that time and have the shirt to prove it. And a little bit later, I might have already been out of high school at this point, but I grabbed this right here. Now see right here, it's a work shirt and it says Natural Light, like the beverage. And it says James on it there. And I was known to maybe sneak 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of those from time to time. And my friend saw this at Hot Topic, and I always thought Hot Topic was kind of lame, but like also it was kind of one of the few places where you could buy stuff like this. So I would shop there, and he told me about this, and I had to go get it. The Natural Light work shirt. Heck yeah! And look at this one. This one's hard to find. NoFX Punkers, like a parody of Snickers candy bar, obviously. Now, this didn't exist for very long because there's like a cease and desist. You would always see that with t-shirts that obviously like weren't going to be around very long. Got the NoFX right there. I don't think I would wear this nowadays. It is a cool shirt though, but this one I do want to wear. I remember I got this on the tour. It might have been on Warped Tour, but I've also seen NoFX a bunch of times. I saw them in Providence. And NoFX, and on the back, it says, "Pump up the volume." And I remember my uncle was like, "Pump up the volume, huh?" Like on Easter. And my cousin thought that was really funny. And yeah, With this one, I was just being random. I went to the mall and I had them make an Oprah Winfrey t-shirt for me. There you go. And this one right here is funny. It's a parody of Metallica, punk band 88 Fingers Louie. And it says 88 fingers up your rear end. Hopeless Records. Now the ladies would go crazy when I would wear this one. They would be like, hey, did you see that guy wearing the t-shirt with the toilet on it? Woo, he's hot stuff. And I wasn't a teenager when I got this one. I was probably like 20, but I just wanted to show this one. Smack and Isaiah basketball. It says Tank Records on the back. That one's pretty cool. And this one was like even years after that, but I still think it's cool. It's an early The Black Dahlia Murder t-shirt. And yeah, and I'm gonna keep some of these, like I said, the pink Van Halen one, and like I'll keep this NoFX orange one, and the rest of them I'm gonna try to sell to my buddy who owns a retro shop. Sorry, I misspoke there. I'm definitely keeping more than 2. Those are just 2 that I happen to point out that I'm selling. I'm probably selling maybe like 6 or 7 of these. And here I am. The name of the store is Depth. Got the G.I. Joe looking logo there. Nice. Ooh, there he is. And I got these for you. And see, you see what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna show you these, and I'm gonna let you know how much I want, and you let me know if you want them. How does that sound?
Sounds excellent.
And you got a nice little shop here. You got all the wrestling stuff. You got your Nike sneakers there. You got the Wrestle Me YouTube channel going there.
Nice. Silver box. I didn't expect that. I know what those are.
You do. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Check this out. See this shirt right here? This is a very hard to find Everclear t-shirt. There's no copy. There's no other ones on eBay. I didn't see any, but other Everclear shirts are going for like $100. This is a single stitch. I'm trying to get 50 on this one. Now I wore this to school before, and the girl, this trashy girl, Amy, was like, Everclear, that's a good drink. And I'm like, it's a band. And then she was disappointed. But she would have thought it was cooler if like it was based on that awful drink that hobos drink, Everclear.
They played right at that free show in Providence.
I don't know.
I'm pretty positive. Remember they used to do the free BRU shows?
Yeah.
They definitely played for free there.
Well, that's fine. You can't blame them on that.
I mean, anytime I see one where I don't see it a lot,
yeah,
I'm intrigued by it. So, like, to me, I don't know. I think what you're asking, would you say 50?
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair.
$50 for this one. Cha-ching! Very nice. You're going to want this one right here, a 1998 Blink 182 t-shirt. This one is $60. One went for $100.
Yep.
There we go. Sold. There you go. $60.
Their stuff is real popular right now.
Yeah.
These were all your personals?
Yeah.
Amazing.
This one right here, very hard to find. Punkers. They got a cease and desist one. No effects.
Oh, no shit.
And this one, similar condition, went for $125. I'm also asking 60 on this one.
Deal. That's a good one. Because
Yeah.
that kind of goes in line with all the old skate stuff, you know, like all the desirable decks are the ones that the cease and desist stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see what else I got for you. This one is hard to find. Van Halen, the album Fair Warning. And it's, you know, on both sides. Nice Man. I don't know if that's considered a good label.
Tag. It's a good tag. It's what you'd find on a lot of music.
And I'm asking 40 on this one.
Yeah, because that Van Halen can be harder to sell.
Yeah.
But again, this is another graphic that, like, I mean, you know how much stuff I look at.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be more like, you know, classic Van Halen logo.
Would you think this one is less desirable or more?
I would find that one more desirable because this is one where I look at it and go, I haven't seen this probably ever, or you know, where that one is. It's not that it's a bad shirt, but it's kind of like your run of the mill Van Halen shirt.
30 for this one.
Deal.
And the Speed Racer. I got this probably in 1998, but it's dated 1993. Got this weird tag on it.
Where did you get it?
Like who? I don't remember that much. Probably like a store called Rock City or something.
Yeah, it's a good shirt.
$40. And this one, the Vandals, only 20 on this one.
Yeah.
And we got sneakers, and you guessed what these were just by the box color.
Yeah.
And these ones, I am asking $150 on those right there.
Let me see them.
You got to think about that one. Kept cleaning. If you sniff them, they smell like my feet, so that's makes them more valuable.
What else do you have?
Okay, so this is kind of a weird item where these sneakers right here are based off of Twin Peaks. You have the owl there, and then inside it looks like the Black Lodge floor. But these do have they got cracked.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
Oh,
man,
that sucks.
The kid who made these didn't do a very good job. I would say I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding, unfortunately. But
they sat.
yeah,
they dried out, and then what? You wore them, and they cracked while you wore them.
Yeah. But I do think they still have some value as like a display piece or something.
Well, what someone would do is you would boil the shoe, take the sole off of it. They'd go get like another SB and try to reapply a sole.
Wow, weird. And it's not weird that it's like a hard sole to find.
Well, you're not going to find the same sole unless you buy the same shoe dead stock.
Right.
And then it's a tough one because all those, like the Jordans, you can go back and get that same thing and then replace it. But the SBs, it's very unique to each shoe.
Uh-huh.
Like this one, you can feel it. It could happen, but it doesn't look like it's gonna. That one, it's probably because you see how they use it's almost like a silver material, or is it clear?
Yeah.
It's gotta have more to do with that.
Uh-huh. 30 for these?
I probably shouldn't on that one, just because I don't. That could be a forever item.
Put that aside. And these aren't that special, but they're old. These are Nike SB Blazers. I'm trying to get 30 for these ones.
Let me see that one. You want what for this?
150. And then you get the Bud Bowl 5 hat for free.
Wow. Nice. The t-shirts are no brainer. Blazers are tough, man.
I just kind of don't like the way they fit or look. So
yeah. I mean, it would have to be cheap, and at that point, you'd probably rather keep them.
Yeah.
This one, I would probably count you at 120 because I don't feel like I can get more than the profit margin is going to be really small.
All right, sold.
So, what else? We got to do some math real quick, or you had to.
Yeah.
250 plus 60 is 310, 370, 370 plus 50 is what? 420.
420, dude. Whoa. You planned that. So either $420 or trade it, store credit for the truck nuts. Yeah, I think I gotta go with the truck nuts here. Nice.
Very rare gold.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're talking right now about you're interested in the shirt I'm wearing.
Yes.
You are? You're interested in this one?
Yes.
But I'll have you know there's some custom designs on this. This was actually Kurt Cobain's personal shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I knew one of the detectives on the case when he passed away on the crime scene. He took this from his, his wardrobe, and these are personalized bleach stains he got on there. And yeah, so that adds to the value. There is some staining, but as you were saying, that doesn't bother you that much.
It doesn't. I mean, obviously, there's people that will be like, "That's not the one I want to buy," but then there's people that actually strive towards
something like that. So
thrash
A
stuff.
question. You know Street Fighter, the game.
Yes.
You know E Honda.
Uh-huh.
Imagine if you took the name E Honda, you flipped the E, so it's a 3, and then at the end you changed the A to an O, so 3 Hondo. And that's the way a cool guy says he wants $300.
I'm gonna counter you $275.
Sold.
Deal.
Heck yeah. But instead of the $275, do you have an extra set of chuck nuts? And okay, did pretty good there selling all that stuff. I got the 2 sets of chuck nuts in the bag right here. I'm gonna put those to good use. I do appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time around.